Donald Trump, in addition now to the NBC Monkey Bar poll, whatever that monkey... Hell is it? Monkey what? Survey Monkey. Okay, Trump 38, Cruz 20. From the New York Times, Donald Trump has commanding lead in latest New Hampshire poll. Trump's 32% among likely Republican voters. Oh, by the way, speaking of the, Byron York has a piece in the Washington Examiner saying that if any of you who are not Trump fans, any of you in the media, any of you in the Republicans who think that Trump's people are not going to actually attend the caucuses in Iowa, you may have another thing coming. It might well be that Trump's supporters are more motivated than anybody else's to show up at these caucuses, which would stand to reason, would it not? You know, something that's always amazed me, just in a logical sense. Here you have Trump with the biggest crowds, the most energetic crowds. You got people standing, thousands and thousands of people, far beyond the capacity of the venue, standing in line in all kinds of inclement bad weather. And then they tell us, yeah, but they're not the kind of people who are going to show up and vote. Really? You got all this enthusiasm, but all this is a bunch of people going to a circus act? This is what they want to tell you, what you want. They want you to believe is that all these people supporting Trump, they don't really support Trump. They're just, they're bored. They're looking for things to excite them. They live in cold winter towns. Trump flies in, so it's a big deal to go see him. Big yuck. But they're not going to vote. They're not going to go to the caucuses. I think Trump supporters are showing more enthusiasm than anybody else is out there. He and Cruz. But where do you get, where is it axiomatic that all of this support doesn't show up and vote or doesn't show up the caucuses? The two don't go together. So I think it's just more of the powers that be, the establishment, Republican side, media, whatever, trying to make themselves feel better about what is obviously a phenomenon. I saw this happen during the Perot phenomenon. People on the Republican side say, well, he's not real. He's not in this. He's got a personal vendetta against George H.W. Bush. And these Perot people, they're fly-by-nights. They're not going to be there in the long haul. And they were. Perot, the reason he got out was because he was going to win. He didn't want to win. Eugene Robinson, Washington Post. Liberal columnist wrote today that Trump could win. He's warning the Democrat Party against underestimating Trump's chances. For Democrats who might be rooting for Donald Trump, thinking he would be easy to beat in November, I have some advice, writes Eugene Robinson. Be careful what you wish for. The important thing is that Trump, by being transgressive in the way he speaks, gives listeners the license to be transgressive in the way they think. When he rails against political correctness, he's talking about the manners and courtesies that many of us would call being civil. No, he's not. Political correctness is not civility. Political correctness is censorship. Political correctness is a bunch of bullies. Political correctness is intimidation. There's nothing civil about it. That actually ticks me off. When he rails against political correctness, he's talking about the manners and courtesies that many of us would call being civil. But his in-your-face bullying strikes a chord with a large segment of the Republican electorate that's tired of being polite. That's not at all what this is about. It's not about being polite. It's about being smart versus stupid. It's not about being polite. It's about being afraid. Mr. Robinson, you're confusing things. You're confusing politeness. You're not seeing what it is. It's fear. All these people being polite, they just fear what people like you are going to say about them in the media, which doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is. Political correctness is who the bully is. Look at what political correctness people do to enforce what they believe. They set out to punish people for what they say and for imagining what they think. Daily Caller, Trump leads Florida, Virginia, Michigan. Overtime politics poll. Trump ahead in Texas, Cruz, Senator by 9. Leading Clinton and Bernie Sanders and would beat them both.